Hey, Matt. Matt. Hey, Umbrianna.
What's up, Chris?
Do you want to talk about some video games?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm down.
So, like, dude, recently I've been sitting down with my nephew and we've been playing my Nintendo Switch because my nephew's 4 now. And he's just starting to, like, get to that point where video games are starting to make sense to him. And it's kind of weird because, like, I'm going through this part where I'm the adult in the situation because 25 years ago, or 20 years ago, I was where he was, playing video games with my siblings. Only difference is, like, I had siblings. He's the first nephew, first grandchild. So, like, he's going through that. It's super fun, but, like where... Like, what? You never told me about your first experience gaming. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, well, so my first experience gaming was very similar to yours, where it's about 21 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
My uncle actually played the NES with Super Mario Bros.
Oh, cool.
And that was back in my old Rockland house in the basement on the old tube TV.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. I mean, 2-player game, can't beat it.
No.
That cooperative gameplay just... It captures you, especially with that world of Super Mario as well.
I mean, for me, it wasn't so much like the original Super Mario. I started on the GameCube, so it was all 3-dimensional. Around the GameCube, like, all the games and graphics were pretty ocean and tropical centric. So Mario Sunshine came in like an island adventure. You had the Legend of Zelda where you're just like sailing along the ocean. But for me, like, I was playing monkey ball with my siblings and my friends. You were just like racing along this little track as 4 monkeys in a ball, like a hamster going around this little wheel.
Oh, I love monkey ball.
There were 4 monkeys. There were 4 of us, and we were fighting for monkeys. It was awful. It was fun. It was great. My brother was like, I want to be Gong Gong. I wanted to be Gong Gong. My sister wanted to be Gong Gong. The cat wanted to be Gong Gong. I got to be Gong Gong.
You got to be Gong Gong?
I got to be Gong Gong.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about.
It was all gone when I was Gong Gong. But, like, I'm sitting here with my nephew, and, like, his curiosity is getting to me. Like, it's, like, I didn't think about games like this.
That's what starts it, though.
I was playing Mario Sunshine. I was super simple. What about you?
Well, I mean, I became what my uncle was to me for... introducing me into gaming. I became that for my siblings when it came to the time. One of the first games that we would play, or I would play and they would watch, would be Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a massive open world role-playing game with tons of opportunities to choose however you'd like the story to unfold.
Yeah, and it's like it's a beautiful world, the Mojave Desert, the post-apocalyptic, like old-timey Western feels and vibes.
That vibe is so good.
Yeah. Just makes you feel like you walk up to a saloon and get a sunset sarsaparilla. But dude, I was honestly kind of thinking too, because like I've been gaming forever, and this kid is 4. He's just starting out.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much you can do with it, because like we started like. Remember when online gaming started?
Oh yeah, that was a huge that created a massive community.
Yeah,
a massive community.
Dude, I made so many friends online.
That was when I got the Xbox 360 and started playing the Call of Duties.
Yeah, that was
where I made a lot of online friends.
You know what was like the game changer for me?
What?
In like 2010, I got the Minecraft alpha, and I started. So we started using this app called TeamSpeak, which was like a voice chat server.
Mm-hmm. And, Discord before Discord.
Yeah, basically online voice chat.
Yep.
And so I joined this Minecraft server's voice chat. I met like 4 of my best friends on there. These 2 Swedes named Clara and Becca. My friend Kirby in Dayton, Ohio. I'd never go to Dayton, Ohio, but I'd go hang out with Kirby.
But there is a certain type of connection that you make with those people online.
Oh yeah, those are like some of my lifelong friends. I met them when I was like 12, 13.
Yeah.
Like, granted, Kirby was already like 19 and a mechanic. Becca and Clara were about my age, sure, but like I'm still friends with them, and like we still have had all those experiences together.
It is impressive how gaming can kind of bridge that gap between age difference.
Yeah.
Where you were saying your cousin is 4?
Yeah. Nephew, but yes.
Nephew's 4, and he's just getting into the gaming world.
Yeah.
Same thing with us when we were young.
Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations?
Honestly,
for games?
Like for like starting out?
Yeah.
Honestly, in 2022, keep in mind, Matt, like gaming's been around for like 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard to find a bad game for beginners. Like most game developers are aware, any game could be someone's first game.
They're intuitive. Every game will come with a tutorial.
Most games, yeah. Most games have a tutorial. Most games will walk you along. They have varying levels of difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to think. Like I can't think of a bad game. Can you?
No, I can say though that it does feel a bit overwhelming when you look at the massive sea of games that you could jump into, and there's a lot of different types of gamers out there.
But I feel like that's kind of the great part too, because of the diversity and the choice.
Yeah, and that's the point. Is you get to kind of define what your gaming style is going to be. Whether you decide you want to be more of a competitive gamer, or if you'd rather be more casual and take it easy.
Like I said, I met Kirby and Becca and Claire playing Minecraft, but like me and Kirby we played Left 4 Dead. We played Power Washing Simulator.
Oh, love Power Washing. It's just a game about
power
washing.
Exactly.
But it's so satisfying. There's so...
Does it make sense that you can power wash SpongeBob's pineapple and bikini bottom? No.
But I love it.
Oh yeah. So, What about you? Because, like, dude, if you're with a friend, you're with a nephew, like, you're in my situation, what would you start him out with?
I mean, some of the earliest games that I played, Tetris is just blocks. Like, you can't get that wrong. And that mixed with Dr. Mario, same thing. Those are just very easy beginner games to get into. It's just classic. It's timeless.
Yeah. Like, dude, I was sitting in the nurse's office in high school playing Tetris while I was waiting for her, and the school's safety officer, Mr. Earl, walked in. He's like, oh, you're playing Tetris. You're an old school kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Mr. Earl.
Yeah.
So, like, I was able to bottle Mr. Earl over that.
What do you recommend for early games?
So, like, these days, like, Nintendo has probably the least barrier to entry, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
One, because everyone knows who Mario is. He just had a movie released.
Yeah.
But, like, the Mario
Very
games
successful movie.
Yeah, I'd say so. But, like, the Mario games are always good to start out with. Like, so, there's always something simple, like the Untitled Goose Game, where you're just walking around as a goose. There's no real goal aside from annoying people.
Mm.
Which, if you want to vent some frustration, go be an annoying goose.
Yeah. Now that we've kind of talked about some of the beginner games, do you have any favorites? Like, any games that are like your top tier favorite games of all time?
So like two of my favorites, they're pretty different. The first one is called Chibi Robo. You're this little robot who was bought by a family. The family's on some bad terms, you know, not mom and dad aren't getting along, the kids being rebellious, and your job is to go around, you clean up the house, you make friends with the other toys that have come to life around you, and you help the family come back together.
Aww.
It's just a fun little experience where you clean up messes with a toothbrush.
That sounds like a fun story.
Yeah, and the other one is a hard-hitting, gritty superhero game called Infamous. It was released on the PlayStation. Like, Nintendo and PlayStation are a little different in terms of the atmosphere and experience you get.
Mm-hmm.
With Infamous, you're in this destroyed New York City type city, going around doing missions, and the game has a heavy morality system, so you can decide whether to be the hero or the villain of the story.
I love games like that give you the choice.
Yeah, player choice and player agency are like two of the biggest things in games, because making a story someone can play along is one thing. Making a story that someone can directly affect is like
a totally different game, totally different ballpark. Some of my favorite games through the years were very similar to that. Was Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Oh, dude, I love that. Patrick Stewart was in it.
It's so good. Not to mention the star-studded cast, but like the soundtrack and the storytelling of that game was phenomenal for its time.
Not to mention for the crew sizes in it. They had one guy make all the dungeons. They had like I think one or two people make all the music.
That game has become classic in my eyes, and I still find ways to incorporate the soundtrack into my day-to-day life.
And we're still waiting 20 years for Elder Scrolls 6.
Unfortunate.
All right. Well, Matt, I just wanted to ask you before we wrap up, like, gaming communities have like blown up in the past 20 years. So like,
it's a big culture.
Yeah. Just, like, dude, I think the greatest thing about them, honestly, is just gaming community. Gaming as a community isn't just one community. It's like what sports has become. There's an overall sports community, but basketball, lacrosse, hockey, baseball, badminton. Mm-hmm. You can find pickleball. You can find a community for any type of game that you love.
Yeah, and you know, gaming can go beyond just like the video games.
Yeah.
Like tabletop games, for example. Like even some of our coworkers here, like Mark, plays tabletop games like Warhammer.
Yeah.
And that has its own video games as well. Several video games.
Yeah, a long-running series with many great hits.
I feel like gaming culture, just the connection between everybody is huge. I think that the online aspects that exploded in the
late 2000s.
Yeah, I feel like that was a huge defining moment for gaming.
I feel like that's what brought gaming as a community into the modern age and sort of exploded it to the point where it can be anything and it can be for anyone.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, honestly, we should probably get back to work.
You think so?
Maybe.
Okay, let's probably get back to work.
Let's get back to work.
Hi friends, if you like this video by the local scene, share the love and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe.